So he's a little less attentive. So he's trying to talk you into working too hard or to getting out of his way. You're not going to be talked into that. There you go. And now turn early so you can leg yield him to the track. Remember, in the walk, he gets to be a little bit rounder than we would have him in the trot and the canter, okay? So that's right. Until that whole top line starts to come up from the withers. And you feel his back come up underneath you. And the frame, the nose starts to nod forwards and out a little bit. That's right, and a little bit of the calf. Now, when he does that and he starts to jog, don't get all willowy in your middle, getting out of his way. Keep your stomach, keep yourself sitting lovely and tall, and just keep your calves on while your seat quietly goes back to the correct rhythm, yeah? It's really normal for people to do that, where when they jog, we make ourselves really soft in the middle, thinking that that gets us out of their way, that we're not accidentally putting an aid on then. It doesn't tell them anything. Make a circle and leg yield him off your left leg. Really push him sideways. Without, there, good. And now be clear again that his shoulder goes to the right as you do that. Really left leg to the right, there you go. And then he should start to fill that outside rein a little bit. And you feel like he's stepping into a contact. And you can start to then affect the frame a little bit. Good. And sideways again. That's right. It doesn't even matter if he trots a little bit. You don't want him to, but your goal right now is just to make his rib cage yield a bit. Just to make him start to take a breath. There you go. Start to let you, yes, actually ride him. You can feel that it's starting to come now, yeah? A little squeeze on the outside rein as you control that outside shoulder, and you ask his butt to go over. When you feel he's giving you a lovely frame, you go into trot. Just let him lift into trot. Look straight ahead. Make sure you're sitting left. And now again, relax those shoulders. Elbows nice and elastic again. Ah, good. And then keep the outside rein. Let's go into trot anyway, just nice and easy. And just get him moving a little bit. So he can, actually it's very, very good, this frame. So you go right back to the idea of yesterday that when the calf goes on, you can push his nose forwards, that you can relax, this left rein of yours, it's like this weird little hand thing that it does. Lovely, there you go. And it's not, I used to think it was something that Cat made you do, but it's something that you do. So you get to fight with yourself to keep it straight. Now offer the rein a little bit, good. And now just let your calf be quietly on, pushing him up to the bridle. And your left leg is on a little bit, and the calf pushes him up to the bridle. So that it's really, that he totally believes, I mean he kind of thinks it, but he has to totally believe that your body weight, your posting keeps the trot rhythm. That you could drop the reins and he stays in exactly the same rhythm. Good, so now that's quite lovely, Ali. Now you want to make a point again that you can half halt with your knees and that you can actually give the rein away. This is for your benefit, okay? There, look where his frame comes, that's beautiful. So then you feel that you ride a little bit pushing the reins forwards and that you just touch with your fingers here and there, squeezing on the rein here and there without pulling back, so that you make the frame really easy and he stays super light in the bridle. Good. Yielding him from your left leg now to the right. And you need to sit left again. And then just the same idea. And went there, shorten your reins a little bit so that your hands can press forwards again, keeping your elbow bent. I know that's really hard. One day in 2-3 years, you're going to look at, you're not even going to think about it. Your hands will be low, nicely in the withers, elbows bent and rein short. But it's changed so much since I first met you. Not since I last saw you even. Good. And you keep feeling that you squeeze within your fist. And then offer the rein. Good. You're doing a better job today of keeping your arms a little bit looser without your body going floppy. Very good. Make a big 3-loop serpentine. Just changing direction as you go. Seeing how easily you can keep the same frame. You keep making a point that if you have to use your upper calf, the widest part of your calf, to send him forwards, you do. But then you relax so that you're not all the time holding any aid. Ah, very good. And now ask him to look a little bit to the inside. And now you're going to come down the long side and you're just going to ask for left flexion. But I want you to be real, there, I don't mind the frame there. I want you to be really picky that when you ask for the left flexion, that's all you're getting, okay? You're not getting his butt going out, you're not getting his head falling lower and lower, you're not getting the ears tilting, yeah? Look at his ears. You can see? Now quietly straighten. So when you went, and do that again on the next long side. When you went into that, you were thinking, okay, I'm doing this like I'm in a test. Not that you ever get asked just to do left flexion in the test. I want you to look and go, can I squeeze my right fingers and pop my right leg on and change what his right ear does? What happens if I nudge him with my left leg and squeeze my right rein? Does his butt go to the right? So you don't just find one place and then stop riding. Very nice. In the hope that that's all you're going to need, yeah? So he got the left flexion quite well. Now what happens if you ask for more left flexion? Experiment, give the right rein. Okay, and straighten. So the very first day when you did that, and just circle down here, asked him for flexion, he also sped up quite dramatically. Today he already, keep your weight to the left, today he already keeps the same tempo, yeah? So on the circle now, we already discovered that the left flexion is much better. I remember from yesterday that the counter flexion is not so easy on the long side, so let's do it on the circle to start off. So you're just going to flex him right, use your right leg, you keep looking to the left. Oh, oh, yeah, just keep him walking and then keep going, yep. It's not so easy at the beginning of the ride where they're really not thinking and going forwards to keep them going. We would like to, but you know, it's not worth having a huge argument over at this stage. If you're going further in the work and he's really concentrating and he stops, then he gets into trouble. Good. Now straighten him from your left leg to the right rein. And now make a small circle here in the corner using your outside aids. Use that right leg a little. Yeah, but where's his butt going? Yeah, yeah. Ah, and look at the change in the frame when you asked him to go large, and then give the reins and the elbows. Good. And now counterflex him again on your circle. Don't let yourself get wobbly in the middle. Really take his nose to the outside and push him a little from the right leg. So we know he sped up before because when you would use your leg, good job, and now straighten. He would think, oh, leg is on, we go speeding, we go fast. Now he's really understanding on this shape that when you use your leg, it has nothing to do with speeding up. So again, you're going to do a small circle, but in the second corner, and then you're going to go down the long side and counterflex him. But I want you to assess what happens with the counterflexion. Don't just suddenly sit left. Don't just suddenly grab the outside rein and bend his neck to the outside and forget everything else. So already your small circle here is a chance for you to push him into the right rein already. Now you go down the long side, you quietly take the outside rein and you show him. Can I ask you to look to the outside, keeping the same tempo? Where did your butt go? Much better than yesterday. His butt staying quite straight because you're thinking about it. Now straighten. That was fantastic. So let's do this long side. A beautiful frame there, yes? This long side, you think left flexion because you know, just where you want him. Playful with the fingers. Good. Now straighten. Now make counterflexion. Keeping the left rein. And just, yeah, keep yourself, now that time his butt, yes, exactly. Keep your right hand to the right. But now I see, oh, your arms are really, oh, yeah? So then give the left rein a little. Make a small circle with true flexion here. So remember, this puts your hands down and ride him up to the bridle. The small circle-ish, smallish circle, and then you puts him on the outside aids, okay? Do that again and control the shape a bit from your right knee this time. So it's not all about your right rein. Good. And then you're going to start with the counterflexion this time, okay? So right leg, you're already thinking about it. Right rein, a little left fingers. Good. Give the right rein for a second. Does he stay counterflexed because your right leg is on and your left leg is back a little? Now straighten and left flexion. Everything quiet. Did you lose the frame a little when you went left flexion? Just a little, yeah? But that's very pretty there. And now a tiny bit rounder and change rein. And we do the same thing in this direction. So already that's a whole lot better than the other direction, yeah? I mean, than yesterday. As I said, this is more about you than him. This is teaching you to be a trainer, which is exactly what you are now for Charlie. Outside rein, make your stomach not wobbly, and little half halts and give. So first of all, down the long side, just inside flexion. All we're doing him here is teaching him. Yeah, he already wants to speed off a little bit, so close your knees, push your stomach forwards, and then play and give with the rein. Until you can flex him to the, give the right rein again a little. Until you can change what he expects without him having to change everything. Very good. So, right flexion. You have to, inside flexion. Right flexion, there you go. Good, good. Now straighten, and now counterflex. Yeah, a little bit right leg, a little bit left leg has to come back a tiny bit, and then straighten. And then make a small circle in this corner and then go into counterflexion. Good. And now straighten. Get him onto the left rein from your small circle down the long side and counterflex. Good. You can see how nicely he goes into it when you use the circle, yeah? Now make his butt come back to the track while you keep the left flexion, but don't hold him. I can see your left elbow working away. Squeeze and then relax. Good. Okay, so let's be a little adventurous this time. Down the next long side, actually make shoulder in. Or at least an angle, okay? So take his shoulders off the track first. Left rein. Good. And now just let him sit there. Now, what happens now when you push him with your left leg more, the outside leg? Can you stop it? Go ahead. And you made him straighter, yeah? Could you feel that? Yeah. You want to be able to do that, and then straighten. That was lovely. Do that again. So that, yes, and actually walk for a moment. Give him a little break. Yesterday when we went into the idea of doing shoulder in the renvers, it got very crazy, very chaotic, yeah? Which was good for me to see, that you really just sort of went, yeah? So we're breaking it down really bit by bit today and making you think. So there with the shoulder in, you made nice angle. Actually, it was very pretty shoulder in. So I thought, well, shall I ask her to do renvers? And I went, no, because she's just going to grab the outside rein without thinking about the rest of the exercise. So the first thing is he listening to my outside leg? Can I straighten him from that? That was the left leg. And you very clearly did, yeah? You put your outside leg on, you said, oh, yep, my shoulder's moving over. Once you get that, then you can start to say, okay, now can I keep my left leg keeping the shoulders going over and just ask you to flex left a little bit, yeah? So you're not looking for a perfect renvers, but you're looking for a little bit of counterflexion without his butt coming in or his shoulders falling sideways, which is what happened yesterday. So already today, you've set it up a whole lot better, yeah? So let him walk one more circle and then we'll pick him up and keep going again. You have any questions so far?
No, not so far.
Good. Okay, so when you pick him up now, because you've been going for a little bit, you expect his frame in the in the walk, to be a little bit easier to find, yeah? Yeah, I'd spend a bit, keep your leg calf on. I'd spend a little bit longer in the walk, touch the outside rein. Remember, in the walk, you actually do want him a little bit rounder. Outside rein a little, just outside knee, outside calf, even giving the right rein a teeny tiny bit.